So, it was the new year, you created your vision board, you were motivated, inspired, and January was your best month yet. But that didn't exactly last long. Instead, you find yourself in August sitting on the couch eating chips and on social media wishing your dream life would happen.
But here's the kicker. It can happen. And you don't have to wait for the new year to do so. Okay? Hey guys, it's Aliesha, or you can call me Lai. How are y'all today? We are back for another video and I'm so excited for this one. I'm excited for every single topic I do, okay? I always say that. But yes girl, we are doing a video on how to save a half-wasted year, okay? It is now August. I think we have 5 more months left and then it's gonna be January, which is crazy. It literally feels like it was just the new year, the like what, 6 months ago. It was just the new year, so it's honestly insane. I know everybody, like a lot of people set intentions in the beginning of the year to achieve their goals, to reach their goals, and sometimes we can set these goals and stuff and not realize that sometimes things can be out of our control. Sometimes we set these goals and we realize we haven't been working as hard as we should have worked, or maybe we set these goals and we have been working super hard but like it just hasn't come into fruition yet. What do you do in those cases, right? So I have tips for pretty much all of those scenarios. Okay, so the first thing that I want you guys to do is acknowledge your situation with grace and kindness. Okay, sometimes when we realize, oh my god, it's about to be January, I have not achieved the goals that I set out for myself, we can start to beat ourselves up. We can start to feel awful about ourselves. We can start to feel like we're not good enough, that we don't deserve the things that we want, or maybe that we aren't ever going to achieve those goals and that we shouldn't set those goals because we could never achieve them. And sometimes we can get a little too hard on ourselves and we need to dial that back, okay? Dial it back. Okay, I used to be like that, but I've had to learn to have kindness and grace for myself, because you don't know why you don't have something just yet. Maybe you just aren't ready for it right now and that's why you don't have it. Or maybe there are still lessons that you have to learn. There's a process that you have to go to get to the other side, okay? There are a couple of things that you might have to learn in order to sustain it, in order to keep it, in order to have what you want. So stop being so hard on yourself just because you have not achieved your goals, okay? I understand it, because sometimes you can look at other people, especially on social media, and be like, oh my god, but they did this, they did that. You have to honestly look at yourself. You can't look at other people and what they are doing. You have to be kind to yourself in this moment. Also, sometimes maybe we did set out goals, but we know we haven't been really working toward them, okay? You still need to have grace and kindness for yourself. The next thing to do is look at what is going right. There is definitely something that is going right. You just need to get yourself out of a negative mindset, okay? Sometimes we can get in that mood of being like, everything is going wrong, I didn't achieve my goals, I've just been sitting on the couch being lazy, I haven't been doing anything, me, I'm mad. Like, no, we are not gonna do this woe is me type of thing. Assess what is going right. There is something in your life right now that is going right, okay? Maybe you didn't achieve your fitness goals, but maybe you achieved something smaller. Like maybe last year you were depressed and now this year your mindset is like really good, it's really positive, you know, you're getting out of bed. There are small things in your life to be grateful for, and to realize there are small things in your life that are going right, okay? Don't ever look at your life like nothing is going right, because when you get in that mindset of nothing is going right, nothing is going to go right, okay? And you're never going to achieve your goals if you aren't positive, if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe that things can go right for yourself. So you want to assess what is going right so you can get back into this positive state, this positive mindset, everything, okay? Now, this might sound counteractive, but it works, okay? It's going to work, okay? So we also need to assess what is going wrong, okay? After we assess what is going right and we're in that positive mindset, we need to assess what isn't working, what is going wrong. The reason for this is because you want to hold yourself accountable. What are the things that you could control, okay? So say you had fitness goals this year and you realize, oh, okay, maybe I could have done more in the gym. Maybe I could have, instead of going to the gym once every 2 weeks, maybe I should have been going once a week or twice a week. You know, maybe I did have the capacity to do that, but I didn't push myself enough to do it. You know, and by no means I'm telling you to be burnt out. By no means am I telling you to be harsh on yourself. But sometimes we tend to underestimate how much we can do, okay? Sometimes we can overestimate how much we can do, but sometimes we can underestimate how much we can do, okay? Sometimes we don't believe in ourselves. You have to acknowledge that part of you, right? A lot of people set these goals out without thinking about their mindset, right? And because of that, sometimes we don't put a lot of action into our goals because we think in our heads like, oh, we really can't do this. I don't know why I set these goals. I can't do this. I'm not going to take action. So you need to assess what went wrong, okay? If you knew that you were supposed to be in the gym and you could have been in the gym and you could have made it a habit, but you didn't, you have to be like, okay, self, like you could have been a little bit more disciplined. You are lacking in this discipline area, okay? And it's not to say, oh yeah, be mean to yourself. Don't be kind to yourself. You need to hold yourself accountable along with being kind to yourself, because that is the only way you're gonna move. You have to assess what is not going right, okay? It's not to beat yourself up, but to actually be like, you know what? Let me hold this mirror to myself. Let me realize that I could have done better, okay? Because there are a lot of times that we could have done better, okay? Also, even if you have been on top of your goals, but you're trying to assess what went wrong, maybe something did go wrong. Maybe the way you were doing something wasn't the way that you should have been doing it. But the cool thing about assessing what went wrong is knowing that, okay, let me not do it this way. Now I can do it this way. Now that things went wrong, I can make things go right, because now I know where I went wrong and the things that I could have controlled. There are some things that we can control and there are some things that we can't control in life, okay? The things that we can control, you want to look at that stuff and be like, okay, what can I do to make it right, okay? So now that you know the lessons that you've gone through, you know what to apply to your life in order for you to get to where you need to be. Okay, so moving on to the next tip, okay? You want to write out a new visualization, a new vision, okay? I'm not saying to give up on your goals from the start of the year, right? You want to write out a new vision as if it's new goals, okay? So you want to like, it's obviously gonna be the same goals, unless you just have different goals, okay? But it's gonna be the same goals, right? But you want to act as if it's new goals, okay? You want to act like this is the first of the month, okay? Reason being is because sometimes we think that because it's not the first of the month that we can't retry at our goals and we can't still have that same energy, you know? I think the best time to actually work on your goals is in the fall time, okay? I don't know why, because I feel like more people are in the house. You're more you're coming off the high off of summer, and you're just like, it's the best time to work on your goals, right? So act as if it is the first of the month. Act a little delusional, okay? August is the first of the month, okay? Period. Okay, so you want to, and anytime I do this, I actually do this all the time. Like when I feel like my life is like I have not been doing good with my goals, I will literally pull out my iPad and I will start writing out my dream life. I literally will start visualizing my dream life. I'll be like, okay, I'm the woman that looks like this, I look like that, I have this type of career, I have that, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, my money is here, my money is there. Like I literally will write out everything that I picture for my life, everything that I see for my life, as if it's still the first of the month, okay? You literally can do this at any point in time. When you feel like you're falling off your goals, write out your vision, because you want to get yourself back into that state of mind, that positive mindset that feels like I can do anything, you know? You want to get yourself into that mindset, so you want to start visualizing the life that you dream of, okay? Now that you have your big vision, write out small actionable steps. And this is where actually paying attention to what went wrong is going to actually help you, because maybe you had too many goals on your plate. Now that you have acknowledged what went wrong, you can now write out small, and you wrote your vision out, you can now write out small actionable steps, actual steps that you'll actually do, because you want to make sure these steps are pretty small too, because you want to bring back up your confidence, because sometimes after wasting the gear away, we could feel not confident in ourselves. So you want to get your confidence back up. So maybe your goal was to be in the gym, right? I always use the gym analogy because it's so easy, because that's a lot of people's goals. Maybe your goal was to be in the gym, but you found yourself in the gym only once a week, right? Maybe instead you could go to the gym, you could drive out to the gym twice a week, 3 times a week, or whatever, and only work out for 10 minutes. I know I've said that on my channel before, and I feel like that sounds so crazy, like I'm over here wasting my gas to go to the gym for 10 minutes. But no, I feel like if you have those small goals and you actually do it, you'll start to look at yourself like, oh snap, like I did that, like I went to the gym for 10 minutes. Okay, no goal is too small. Okay, I'm serious, no goal is too small. But and odds are, if you're in the gym for that long, if you're in the gym for 10 minutes, you're gonna look at it like, oh snap, like if I could be in the gym for 10 minutes, I could be in the gym for a longer time, you know. And then you're gonna start to build upon that time frame. But if you feel like something is too much for you, you don't want to give yourself too much, you know. You want to take that big vision and make it a smaller vision, okay? Make it into smaller steps, something that's going to be achievable for you, okay? Whew, I need a water break. I talk too much. Another big one that I want to talk about, and something that we probably don't realize that probably did come in between our goals, are distractions, okay? Cutting out distractions and putting yourself first. You know I talk about it all the time. This is a self-love healing channel. Of course we're going to talk about putting ourselves first, okay? Sometimes we do a lot, and we do get distracted by others and other people or other things. Not just people, but other things in our life. Maybe we got distracted by the TV. Maybe we got distracted by our phones, being on social media, watching other people live their lives, you know? Maybe we did get distracted by certain people. You need to figure out your distractions, what is limiting you to actually have the capacity to get your goals done and put yourself first, okay? You know, sometimes we get distracted by our phone. Okay, if you get distracted by your phone, iPhone literally has options where you can where you can block out a time frame for an app, or you can put your phone on you could put your phone on sleep mode or whatever, or do not disturb. Like, there are so many different ways you can block out distractions. And yes, it's easier said than done, because sometimes I do be wanting to turn on the TV and watch Netflix, but I have to realize, look, do you want to watch TV, or do you want or do you want your dream life? Okay, do you want to watch TV, or do you want your dream life? Do you want to watch TV in your dream life? Oh, okay. If you want to watch TV in your dream life, then why you not working towards your dream life? Okay? Yeah. And my next tip is to plan, okay? You know what they say, okay? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail, okay? Right? Yup, that's it. I got it. It's true. Recently, at the start of July, I started to use Google Calendar again. I stopped using it, and I could not figure out why I was just like kind of falling off, or I was like here and there with my plans. Like, I would plan out to do something the next day, but I wouldn't stick to it. I had to realize that I have to have a whole calendar. Like, literally, I started planning out my calendar for a month, like the whole month of content creation, of my schoolwork, because I am in school. I am in graduate school, so like I have to plan out these things, and I wasn't doing that before, and I found myself like not knowing what I was doing for the day, and that's why I couldn't get things done. Another thing that I have had to do, along with having a Google Calendar, is to actually have times for things. So don't just write things out in your Google Calendar, okay? If you know the next day on your Google Calendar, I cannot say Google. If you now know the next day on your Google Calendar that you have, say you have a task to do your paper. What time are you going to do your paper? You can't say, I'm going to go do my paper tomorrow, right? Okay, what time do you want to do your paper? How about I'm going to do my paper at 11 a.m. tomorrow? And you set a reminder on your phone for 11 in the morning, right? And you do your paper at 11 in the morning after you get done with your morning routine or whatever, if that's what you have to do, okay? You know, it's gonna be different for everybody, but like, I'm just saying, if you know you have something to get done, plan, but also have a time frame for what time you want to get done, what time you want to get things done. Also another thing is, make sure you are, along with making time for your goals, make sure you are making times for breaks, because you do not want to get burnt out, okay? Don't get burnt out. My last tip is to put your vision board where you can see it. This is something that I started to do, and I think it has a part in why I've been a little bit more consistent on my goals. It's because I used to do a vision board and just like I never hung it up anywhere. I bet it's facing this way. I have my vision board facing this way so that I can see it when I wake up. Literally, that's all I see when I wake up, and it's so nice and refreshing. I know it can kind of probably intimidate some people if they feel as though their visions aren't happening, but I guess I don't look at it that way, because I'm like, you know what, no, this is me being inspired by the pictures that I have, because this can happen for me. This can actually happen for me. So seeing my vision board every day reminds me, and it does put a little bit of pressure under my butt. You know, you don't want to put too much pressure on yourself, but it does put a little bit of pressure on my butt. So, you know, putting your vision board where you can see it has been a game changer for me. I have another tip. Work on your mindset. You know, we gotta talk about the mindset, okay? Work on your mindset and your limiting beliefs. If you have these limiting beliefs that you cannot do something, you are not going to do it, okay? You have to believe in who you are, yourself, and your shine, okay? Write out the good qualities you have about yourself. Write out the things that you have accomplished. Something I always do when I start feeling down, I write out everything that I've accomplished before. What are the things that you've accomplished in your life, small or big, right? What are the things? And write a whole list about it and look at it and be like, okay, well, if I can accomplish this, then I can accomplish that, right? What makes me think that this is hard? And odds are, what you have accomplished, you probably looked at them as if they were hard before, but now you're like, I accomplished it, you know? So if you can write out a list of your accomplishments and boost yourself up, work on that mindset, and like actually see it and be like, oh, you're right, like I did accomplish this. What makes you think that you can't accomplish this next thing that you want in your life, okay? Make sure you are actively working on your mindset and creating a positive space for yourself. If you think negatively, that is all you're gonna get. That's all you're going to get, okay? Do I ams in the morning. I am affirmations in the morning. Write out the accomplishments that you have achieved, and also dig up why you feel the way you do. Because you want to see where this negative mindset is coming from. Why do you feel like you can't achieve what you want to achieve? Figure that stuff out, reflect on it, write it out in your journal, pay attention to your mindset, write out affirmations. All of those things will help you to get in the right mindset of saving your year, okay? Whew, that is it. I'm excited because we're gonna be on our grind. I'm literally on my grind all August and September, hopefully, and ooh, I'm so excited. Okay, and I'm excited for you guys to be on your grind too. Let me know if you have any other tips on how to save a half-wasted year. We all need it over here, okay? We're all trying to grow and glow this season, all seasons. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful, and bye.